we go see the Fairy Queen, how about we read a little book? This is one of my kids' favorites. It's called The Ghost's Trip to Loch Ness by Jacques Duquennoy. What's at Loch Ness? In the great big bathroom, high up in his castle, Henry, the ghost, relaxed in a hot bubble bath. Do you like a bubble bath? I do. And read the newspaper. The Loch Ness monster has been sighted once again. A passerby took this picture. Lucy, George, Edward, come and see. The four friends quickly agreed to travel to Loch Ness the following day to see the monster. They set off in Henry's deluxe convertible. Ghosts driving a car? Really? They drove straight into the belly of an enormous ferry boat. Can you imagine the ferryman's surprise? After a pleasant journey, they arrived in Scotland. And then finally at Loch Ness. That castle looks cozy. Let's see if anyone lives there. A ghost thinking a castle is cozy and seeing if anyone lives there. Silly ghosts. But before they could reach the dock, they heard a strange noise. What's that sound? It must be the monster. You think it might be the monster? No, it's McGhost playing his bagpipes. Welcome to my castle. It is so good to see you, McGhost called. McGhost told them that he had never seen the monster, but that his best friend's cousin once did. He said the monster was green, with a neck this long, and fins on both sides. The next morning, the search began. Nothing. Except for a few fish. Who's that? What a splash! Henry cried. It must have been a big one. Ooh. The following day, they continued their search. Still nothing. Luckily, Henry had brought his fishing rod. There was nothing wrong with a little fishing while you're waiting for the monster to come along. I totally agree. Hey, I got one, shouted Henry. They all ran to see. Whoops. Who are they missing seeing? The search went on. Again, nothing. That evening, they promised to stay awake all night and wait for the monster. Think that's gonna happen? Think they'll see him? But by the middle of the night, the four explorers were just too tired. They fell asleep. Look at silly Nessie. He's being silly, isn't he? The next day, Henry and his friends felt like taking pictures. The search would begin again tomorrow. Oh, click, 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 click. Who's in the background? Their vacation would soon be over. For their last outing, Matt Ghost joined them A dense fog settled in and rain began to fall. The wind blew hard. "Oh, what a beautiful day!" cried the ghost. Suddenly, a wave lifted the boat out of the water. Is that really a wave? Oh, it's getting rough. Let's go back to the castle. I guess we'll never get to see the monster. Sadly, it was time to leave. McGhost went with them to the ferry port and played a farewell song with his bagpipes. "Goodbye, my friends. Don't forget to read," he hollered when his song was over. "Goodbye, McGhost. We'll see you later." The four friends were a bit disappointed when they got back to their castle. They had only managed to bring back a teeny-weeny Loch Ness monster. A little fish. When Henry got the developed pictures back, he was in for a big surprise. What do you think are in those pictures? "Lucy, George, Edward, come and see! We found the Loch Ness monster after all! All those pictures." What did you think of that story? Those four little ghosts. Well, they weren't very observant, were they? If they had just turned around just in time, they might have seen them, wouldn't they? Well, it's time for me to get dressed to go and see the Fairy Queen. I hope you'll join me on the journey.